Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. I'll be back with you again with scores.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be Case Keenum, the 6'1 QB out of the University of Houston.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stopped him. So now it brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Maurice Hurst able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. But look now at the starters defensively for the Broncos. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 7th-round pick. He made it through training camp. Now he's getting some reps.
And that's all you want, an opportunity. 7th-round pick. I haven't met a 7th-round pick yet that didn't play really, really hard because they're ticked off they didn't go in the first 6 rounds. All you want is that chance, and once they get it, many times they turn out to be great players.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Keenum now on first down. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Face mask. Defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now Keenum. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning out.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Express. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal, Carr, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. They'll get this to Phillip Lindsay complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd and 9, Keenum, open man, here is Hamilton. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Keenum going to come up now 1st and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Turn down. Be waiting. Hey, I'm coming.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Keenum going to come up now 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress as well. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Keenum now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Keenum. He completes this to Sutton. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On first down, Keenum. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Working from the gun, Keenum. Well, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And the Raiders have recovered.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Raiders.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Express, 12 Jumbo, you're mine. Check 3, check 3. Smooth.
From the gun, it's Carr. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Carr now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 39, Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Again, it's Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man, it's Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's fine. And we will skip the highlight show this week, get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The product of Jersey.
Absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man, complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. 93. Hey, orbit.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. They're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Elliott on for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Keenum now. Just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. To the air again, Keenum. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That one goes for 36 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them off, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
Running is Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's taken down inside the 30. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
On the counter, Lindsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Keenum. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Keenum to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Now they'll throw with Carr. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. From midfield, here's Carr. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down.
Both sets of the mic. Both sets of the mic.
Carr now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Express. Motion. Slam. White.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Carr now to throw. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 18. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Here we go.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Lindsey. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we've got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes there's a little bit of courage in play calling that maybe we don't give enough credit.
Breaks through the contact. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
In this situation, the dictation is coming from the defense, right? They're going to tell you, you can have 6, 7 yards, do that all the way downfield. Let's just go ahead and take the time off the clock. I think they've got to start attacking vertically a lot more.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he fires one incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
35's the mic. Quit talking about it.
To throw is Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. 23 yards on the play. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
He's checking. OP.
Back to throw, Carr. And he'll find Hall.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
You got it. You got it.
After review of the play,
they're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Here's Jacobs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
29. 29.
Carr to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Derek Carr in the offense. Down by 9. 27 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw his Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. On play action, it's Carr. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to